So looking down the front here, you can see there's a little bit of damage there, and that is caused by trailing. And unfortunately the pad on the trailer, which is now fully padded up, it broke through on a long trip I did. So that really needs replacing. Well, you don't have to replace it, but if you replace that it'll be fine. There's no damage to the woodwork, it's just the aluminium that's gone a bit. Now looking down underneath here, this is all a bit patched up and pieballed. The reason for that is that it's scraped there one time, so I've just done it all with 2-pack and then buffed it all off. So you can see it's all a bit blotchy, but that's because it's just been rubbed down a lot to make it really smooth. I longboarded the bottom on this boat when I first got it, and then a couple of years ago again as well. So it's super smooth, and there's no problems with it. And that is it. That, to be honest, that is the damaged bit. That's the cosmetic bit on the boat that's a bit that's not quite right. But I don't think that's an issue at all. And it certainly doesn't slow the boat down. And you see how much it's been rubbed down over the years, because it is a little bit patchy, the paint in a few places down here. There we go. Oh yeah, and this is the Gosling centreboard. I mean, it's a bit scruffy in terms of its finish, but the most important thing is the trailing edge. And as you can see, the tip and the trailing edge of that board are absolutely perfect. It's finished in white 2-pack, it's laminated, it's glassed, and to use that again, what would you want to do? You might want to give it a coat of 2-pack and then flatten it down with wet and dry. As you can see, the leading edge and the trailing edge are perfect. There's no damage to that at all. It's in really good condition. Just a bit scruffy around the handle and a bit scruffy around the bit that goes in the case. But you kind of expect that, wouldn't you, for an old centreboard? There we go. But that is a good centreboard. There's nothing wrong with that at all. These are the foils. So that is a Gosling carbon fibre lifting rudder blade, which, to be honest, is a little bit scruffy. I really need to refinish that. But what that means is it needs just probably a coat of varnish and rubbing down with wet and dry. But generally it's in pretty good condition. Certainly the trailing edge is fine. If you look down that trailing edge, there's no damage on the trailing edge of that rudder blade at all. And that's its case. Well, there's a CV stock. There you go, fairly standard stuff. That's a tour extension, you know what that is. And here is the Mullane's fixed rudder. Hello, Izzy. You alright, Poppet?
Yeah.
Just let me finish this off, okay? So this is the Mullane's fixed rudder, carbon fibre fixed rudder with a carbon fibre fixed tiller. I'll probably take the tour extension off that because I need a tour extension for another boat I've got. But the 2 tour extensions are interchangeable, so you choose which one you want to use, and off you go. And there's a pile of sails there, and again, we've got to decide which sails you'd want to go with the boat. But the sails are as described in the advert. And there you've got a spinnaker pole. That's a standard black aluminium Proctor spinnaker pole, I think. That's the boat, Poppet. Izzy, just stand back. And there's the boat from the outside. So looking down the side of the boat. Oh, it's a bit dirty. It needs wiping down then, perhaps. But there's a few little scratches here and there, but there's no real damage as such on the side of the boat. Oh yeah, here we are. I knew there was some damage somewhere. You see this here? Can you see the scuffs on the side there? There's a scuff there, and there's a scuff there. But they are obviously above the waterline, and they're not letting moisture get in or anything like that. It's entirely superficial. And there's looking up the side of the boat there. Oh yeah, and there's looking under the boat for what that's worth. Let's come over here. That's right, Poppet, it's our boat. And then looking down underneath there, well, you can't really see much of this, but it's very smooth. It's been flattened down loads and loads and loads over the years. Actually, there's a tiny little damage at the front. I'll show you that in a separate video clip.